Hey guys, and welcome back to the Graded Gem. It is another submission video, and let's jump straight into it. So today we start off with Ryan, and we have the Alolan Marowak, we have a Lugia, and a Lugia GX there, the Magnemite Full Art Lily, we have the Coughing, Scizor V, Houndoom V, Scizor V Max, Salamence V Max Hyper Rare, the Charizard V Max from the starter deck, followed by some of the Charizard Vs from the same starter there. We have the Ampharos V Full Art, the Suicune GX Full Art, Oranguru Hyper Rare. We have Jirachi, the Amazing Rare there, Rayquaza, Zamazenta, Zacian, Celebi, Raikou, two Raikus. So thank you very much for submitting those, Ryan. Next up we have Carl, and Carl has submitted the Pikachu Full Art. We have the Mewtwo GX, Charizard GX, Blastoise EX there from Evolutions. We have Red. We also have the Birdies, Mewtwo and Mew. We have Reshiram Charizard, Red Eyes, Toon Dragon, it's not one you see all the time, Toon Dark Magician, the Winged Dragon of Ra, Obelisk the Tormentor, Slifer the Sky Dragon, the Blue Eyes White Dragon, and on the very end we have the Dark Magician from CT13 as well. Thank you very much for submitting those, Carl. Next up, we have Ryan, or the Majestic Entei. We have the Blastoise. We have Clefairy. So I'm guessing we're going to have two. Oh, no. So we've got the Hitmonchan and the Machamp. Nidoking, Ninetales. We have Haunter and Hypno. Nidoqueen, Vileplume, Venomoth. We have Victory Bell. And Scyther, Pinsir, Nidoqueen. We got a couple of Nidoqueens, actually. 3 Nidoqueens. Vileplume. A few of those as well. The Pinsir, the Electrode. We have Jolteon, Mr. Mime. It is so much easier to look at it on the screen, so if I'm totally not looking at you guys, I do apologize. Pidgeot, the best Pokemon in the game. We have Clefable, Wigglytuff, Kangaskhan. We have Snorlax and Pidgeot galore. We love Pidgeot. We can't complain about that. We have Clefable again, and was that Ekans or Arbok? That was Arbok. We have Vileplume, as well as the Gyarados and the Alakazam. Got lots of Japanese cards here. We have the Dragonite, the Rainbow Energy, Meganium, as well as Blossom and Jumpluff, Heracross. A couple of Heracrosses. I wonder if they're Heracross. We got the Typhlosion, as well as the Feraligatr and Azumarill, Kingdra. We have Pichu, cool little Pichu. I do like the red and blue Pichu. We have the Ampharos, Skarmory, the Big Metal Bird, Tukatich, Lugia, the Metal Energy. I think it's called Metal Energy. My brain is failing me. I can't read Japanese. Yanma, Houndour. We have Kabutops, as well as Espeon. Really nice Espeon art. I think everyone agrees that's one of the nicest Espeons. We have Wobbuffet and Umbreon and Houndoom, Forretress. A couple of those. Ursaring as well. Smeagol painting his own card art. If the camera wants to pick that up there with his paintbrush tail. We have Jumpluff, as well as Ho-Oh, and more Kingdras. There we go. Raikou. We have Starmie and Misdreavus, Celebi, Houndoom, Magneton. Got a couple of those. Delibird. We have Blissey, Crobat, Typhlosion there from near 4. We have the Houndoom, Ampharos, Donphan, Tyranitar. A couple of Tyranitars there. We have a Scizor, Togetich, and let's pop that the right way up. We have the Dragonite. A couple of those. Porygon 2, Meganium. We have the Arcanine CD promo and the Master Ball on the very, very end. So thank you very much for submitting those with us, Ryan. And then we have Chris. Chris has submitted Frosmoth Hyper Rare. We have a couple of those. Zamazenta V Hyper Rare. Then we got some World Championship 2019 cards. We have the Mewtwo and Mew, the Reshiram and Charizard. We have the Espeon and Deoxys promo, the Pikachu and Zekrom promo, the Pikachu Sword and Shield promo. We have the Moltres, Zapdos, Articuno, Stained Glass Birdies. We have the Birthday Pikachu there in Italian. I'm not 100% sure if that's going to get graded, but we can always give it a try. We have the Dark Hypno, Rocket First Edition, Magneton, Fossil First Edition. A couple of those. Dark Charizard from Rocket, Azumarill from Neo Genesis. Here comes Team Rocket First Edition Holo, and the Dark Weezing Holo First Edition as well. Thank you very much for submitting those, Chris. Next we have Ben, and Ben has submitted the Parallel City Staff card there. We love these cards. Me and Connor both think those are amazing. We've got the Charizard Clear Tops card, the Charizard from Evolutions, Magikarp from Base, Magneton as well, Clefairy, Chansey, Poliwrath. We have the half of Ho-Oh Legend there with his talons, and we have the Lugia top half as well. It makes a weird kind of hybrid between the two. We also have Junkaribo, which is a Karibo made of junk, presumably, and a My Little Pony, the movie, Fluttershy card as well. Not entirely sure about that one, but thank you very much, Ben, for submitting those. And next we have James. James has submitted the Kabutops, the Shining Kabutops there. This isn't a card, but okay. We have the Internal Flame Emperor, Guilford the Legend, the End of Anubis, Elemental Hero Necroshade. We have the Levia Dragon Daedalus, Dark Blade the Dragon Knight, Hyraco Sphinx, sure. Hero Signal, the Bat Signal there. We have Mobius the Frost Monarch. We have the Fiend Mega Cyber, Guilford the Lightning, Machine King, Blue Eyes White Dragon, Articuno, Ditto. We have Mewtwo and Mew, the Pikachu, WB Stamp, the Dragonite, the Electabuzz. We have Lieutenant Surge's Electabuzz, as well as Squirtle, Dark Wartortle, Dark Blastoise. You have Espeon, Flareon, Jolteon, and Vaporeon. Here comes Team Rocket, Super Energy Removal, Imposter, Professor Oak, the Pokemon Trader, Computer Search, Lass, Brock, the Rocket's Trap, Victory Bell there. We have Kabutops, Aerodactyl from Fossil. We have the Mewtwo from Base, Mr. Mime, Poliwrath, Electrode, Vileplume. We also have the Gyarados, Chansey, Ninetales, Dark Dragonair First Edition, Pidgeot from Jungle, and we also have this, which is a Certificate of Authenticity for a 23-carat gold-plated trading card Mewtwo, which doesn't actually have a card in it. Okay, thank you very much for submitting those, James. Next up, we have Gregory. I've changed the camera a little bit to make it a little bit straighter to my eye. We have the Pikachu, Detective Pikachu. We've got the Mewtwo GX, the Greninja GX. We have the Charizard. We have Red's Pikachu as well. We got a couple of those. The Charizard GX. Then Yoshida, I think it's called. We've got Typhlosion. We got quite a few of those. We got a couple more there. We have the Meganium as well. We have Feraligatr. So let's get past the, I think they're the premium file promos. We have the Pikachu promos. We have the Charizards. I'm guessing, Gregory here, you have just unboxed quite a few of those premium files. We have Torkoal. Is this Wishy-Washy? I think it's Wishy-Washy. We have Pikachu, Magnemite, Coughing, Gallade, Mimikyu, Excadrill, Stoutland, I think, Clefairy. We have this cool stadium promo of Hitmonchan and Magikarp. Then we've got some Edvard Munch, a retrospective promo. We've got the Pikachu. We have the Rowlets. We have Eevee showing up quite a bit there. Then we've got some Psyducks. Then we've got this this man in front of a TV. I have no idea what they are. We have Pikachu, Larvitar, Charmander. Are they the Japanese McDonald's promos? I think they are. We have Registeel, and I'm going to presume that's Regirock and Regice. It's hard to tell with those artworks. We have Umbreon looking very tired on top of a roof. The Alola Friends. We have Pikachu, Shining Mew from Korokoro Comics, then the Shining Mew, the actual Shining Mew card. And there's the Shining Mew from Shining Legends as well. We have the Espeon GX Hyper Rare from Sun and Moon. We have the Pikachu there from Sword and Shield, as well as the Sailor Pikachu promos. We have a Charizard Team Up pre-release card, or 2, or 3. We have the Vaporeon wearing Eevee, Jolteon wearing Eevee, Flareon wearing Eevee, Espeon wearing Eevee, Umbreon wearing Eevee, Glaceon, and Sylveon wearing Eevee as well. Thank you very much for submitting all of those, Gregory. Next up, we have Dave, and Dave has submitted the Slowking from Neo Genesis. We've got the WB Stamp, Electabuzz, Mewtwo, Pikachu, Dragonite. We have a Radiant Collection Charizard, the best set, Shining Mew, the Full Art Pikachu from Cosmic Eclipse, Moltres, Zapdos, Articuno, plus the Full Art. We have the Shiny Volt Scyther, Charmander, Eevee, Ho-Oh GX, Reshiram GX, Alolan Ninetales GX, Articuno, Glaceon, Greninja, Electrode, Mewtwo as well. Got a few of those. The Espeon GX, there's so much green on that card. The Lucario being one of my favourites. Lycanroc, Scizor, Gardevoir, another one of my favourites. And Sylveon, another one of my favourites. Mount Coronet, good choices there. Tapu Bulu Gold card, Tapu Koko Gold card, Tapu Lele Gold card, Zacian V Full Art, and Snorlax VMAX Hyper Rare, and the Zamazenta V Hyper Rare as well. Thank you very much for submitting those, Dave. Next up, we have Maria Knight over on Instagram. We have the CD promo Blastoise. We have the Gengar from Neo 4, Lieutenant Surge's Pikachu First Edition, Gym Challenge, and Gym Heroes. We have Electro Ball, First Edition German base set there. Articuno from the Shiny Vault, Charmeleon from the Shiny Vault. We have Dugong. We have Charity there, the trainer, Gym Heroes First Edition. We have Bisasam, First Edition German base set. Erika's Bulbasaur, First Edition. And another Bisasam or 2 First Edition. We have the Gloomander as well, also known as Charmander. We have Shiggy, or the Shiggy Squad Shiggy. We have Pikachu First Edition base set German as well. Typhlosion First Edition Neo Genesis number 17. Very hard card to grade. We have the Espeon First Edition Neo Discovery, Lugia First Edition Neo Genesis, again very difficult to grade. Erika's Venusaur Gym Challenge First Edition. Got a few of those. Bisaflor First Edition as well. The Charizard Evolutions Holo. We need to get this in a PSA 10 come through graded gem. Come on, guys. Let's hope and keep our fingers crossed. Misty's Gyarados First Edition, Giovanni's Gyarados, and Giovanni's Gyarados First Edition. There, we got a couple of those. Poliwrath base set. That's not base set German, that's base set, I want to say Italian, I might be wrong. We have the base set German right after that. We have the Articuno base, Fossil First Edition, Haunter, Fossil First Edition, Hypno, we have the Magneton, we have Muck, we have Ninetales from base there, we have the Raichu base set First Edition German, we have the Growlithe Reverse Fall from Legendary Collection, the fireworks craziness that it is, Misty's Golduck Gym Challenge First Edition, and a normal Gym Challenge Unlimited card there as well. The Mew Black Star Promo Holo of the Pidgeot from Jungle, the Hitmonchan from base, Simsala First Edition German, we have Dark Volplume Rocket First Edition, Turtok First Edition, Mewtwo First Edition, and a Glurak First Edition as well. Thank you very much for submitting those, Maria. Next, we have a big stack from Marc. We've got Rocket's Hideout, a Rocket's Admin Reverse, POW Hand Extension, Pokemon Retriever, we have Copycat, Zubat, Wooper, Skiploom, we have Seadra, we have Rocket's Wobbuffet as well, we have Dratini, Cubone, Togepi, Suicune, Pokemon Forever, we have Steelix EX there, that's the World Championships card, Lugia EX, we have Bill, Podoplus, Bisaflor, I don't think I've ever seen the one Podoplus before, Raichu, Volnona, Glurak, we have Charizard base set 2, and Charizard, Nidoking, First Edition, Turtok, Gyarados, big bad boy Charizard GX. We have 2 of them as well. The Blastoise first, I think it's Joe and Drell Z Team Rocket returns, Dratini. We have the Gust of Wind, the Fighting Energy, the Double Colorless Energy. We've got a lot of different languages going on here, I think. Because I'm seeing like Energy, then Energia. They're also... yeah, are they in different fonts, different colours, something like that? And we've got a few of those. We have the Blastoise First Edition, Chinera. Oh wow, this is confusing my brain. There's so many languages like being changed. Rocket's Raikou, Rocket's Snorlax EX, Rocket's Scyther EX, Rocket's Entei EX, Koga, Rocket's Mewtwo, Rocket's Sneasel as well. Next is the Rocket's Meowth in the face, which I find highly amusing. We've got Mantine, Magmar, Heracross, Dark Weezing, Dark Pupitar, a different Dark Pupitar, Dark Magneton, Dark Magcargo, Dark Houndoom, Dark Gyarados, Dark Golduck, Dark Golbat, Dark Fluffy, Dark Dragonair, Dark Houndoom, Dark Electrode, Dark Crobat, Dark Ampharos, Azumarill, Dark Ariados, Dark Arbok, Yanma, Quillfish, and Quagsire. Then we have Dark Raichu, Gyarados, Traumato. We have Safcom. We have Tangela, Nidoran Male, Sterndew, Misdreavus, Magby, Voltorb, Swinub, Dark Hypno, Dark Octillery, Dark Marowak, Dark Slowking. We have Blastoise Reverse from Expedition, Chansey from base set 2, Sandan, Vulpix, Bisasam, Bissanosp, Dragonair, Dratini, Dugong, Dodu, Parenta, Aerodactyl pre-release card, Yanma, Dratini, Quabootsie, Bisasam, Gloomander, Kingdra, Gyarados, and Rocket's Zapdos. Next we have Rocket's Mission, Rocket's Pokeball, we have Rocket's Tricky Gym, Dark Dragonair, Houndour, a couple of those, Ekans, Grimer, Hoppip, Horsey, Piloswine, Togetic, Dark Dragonite, Dark Muck, Dark Raticate, Dark Sunslash, Pidgey, Onix, Drowsy, Charmander, Caterpie, Bulbasaur, Poliwhirl. Then we have Growlithe, Arcanine, Fortress Neo Discovery First Edition. We have Dark Steelix, Steelix Reverse there from Aquapolis. Surprise! Time Machine. Always with those surprise time machines. Charmeleon. We have the Squirtle, Bulbasaur, Warturtle, Squirtle. My brain is absolutely melting because of the different languages that's going on. Marill. We have Mareep, Magnemite. We also have Magikarp, Victory Bell, Ventia Bomb, Swoop Teleporter. We have Dark Metal Energy, Rockets Energy, Jumpluff, Spinarak, Slugma, Slowpoke, Sentret, Sandshrew, Remoraid, Rattata, another Rattata, Psyduck, Onix, Dark Tyranitar, a couple of those, Dark Delibird, Furret, Ledian, Coughing, Larvitar, another Larvitar, and Ledaba as well. Thank you very much for submitting those, Marc. Then we have Dominik, and Dominik has submitted the Dark Blastoise ×2 ×3 and a Machamp base set first edition as well, as they all like to be. Thank you very much, Dominik. Next up we have Ramon, and Ramon has sent in the Simsala base set first edition German, the Bissiflor, the Charizard from base set 2, a Zapdos first edition German, the Turtok first edition, and the Nocturne first edition as well. Thank you very much for submitting those, Ramon. Next up we have Benjamin, and Benjamin has sent in the Ho-Oh. We have the Bissiflor first edition, we have the Ancient Mew, the Pokemon Handler, Talboga, we have Shiggy, and Shillock. We have Pipey Puppy. We have Pikachu base set Shadowless there. Red Cheek Shadowless. We have the Sandan as well. A couple of those. Quapsal Plus Power. Zapdos. Dugtrio Shadowless. Dragonite first edition from Fossil. And we have the Psychic Energy card as well. First edition. Thank you very much for submitting those, Benjamin. Next up we have Yu-Gi-Oh! Germany, and I can already tell by this username here that I'm not going to be able to pronounce these cards, so I'm just going to talk about Yu-Gi-Oh! In general, I think, as I go through. Number 92, Heart Earth Dragon. Heart Earth looks like it should be a palindrome, but it isn't. We have this Galaxy Eyes. I think this is called Galaxy Eyes Photo Dragon as well. I do like Yu-Gi-Oh! Cards. Blue Eyes White Dragon there. They have some really cool, interesting holo patterns, some really interesting designs. But if we boil Yu-Gi-Oh! Down, I think I can surmise it really nice and quickly. We've got dragons, and we've got dragons. And sometimes those dragons are blue, sometimes they're red, sometimes they're black, and sometimes they're ghost rares, but they're always dragons. Even the Dark Magician is a dragon. We've got the Winged Dragon of Ra, Immortal Phoenix. This is the Phoenix Force here from Marvel. I might totally be wrong. And, in fact, I'm definitely wrong, but they're all based on, like, pop culture stuff. We have Horus, the Black Flame Dragon, or mythology. We have the, is that Red Eyes Black Dragon? Black Skull Dragon? Something like that. Mechanizer Jaeger. I've heard about that. We've got the Dark Magician, the Blue Eyes White Dragon, a few different types of those. We've got that right leg of the Forbidden One, left leg of the Forbidden One, Exodia the Forbidden One. We've got Raviel Hair the Phantom. I presume these are all, like, different god cards again. We've got Gaia the Dragon Champion, the Pistol Dragon, or Barrel Dragon. Ancient Fairy Dragon. Ghost rares are just impossibly hard to grade, but if you get them in just the right light, they come to life so much. They're so nice. Like, I think For me, Ghost Riders are one of those things where I kind of love to see them in Pokemon, but I totally get why they've like never come to Pokemon, because they're Pokemon have this thing where, well, at least I think so anyway, that in the latest few sets they've tried to make it like easier to just keep them really nice. Like, look at the glittery cards. They look like they should break easily, but they don't. They just look good. Whereas these, it's like, yep, these are getting scratched. We've got Slifer and the Winged Dragon of Ra Obelisk. As well, we have Raigeki. These holos are good too, though. The normal holos from the old school Yu-Gi-Oh cards. We have the Time Wizard. And yeah, the designs are just dragons and mechs. That's what I can see right now. Dragons, mechs, and gods. I guess gods come into it, but again, dragons, and more cool dragons. Wow, that's the crazy holo over the top of the card. That one. That's like, wow. Are they glyphs? I don't know what's going on, but we got the blue eyes, something dragon. We've got some kind of Anubis. This is a different card. What is this? That's a blue eyes white dragon, but it's a very, very strange. This dragon is the most ultimate monster. I have no idea what is going on with that card there. We have a Jinzo, a couple of those, and that looks more like a Magic the Gathering card than it does a Yu-Gi-Oh card. Next up, we have Oliver, and Oliver has submitted this Bullhawks Allen Iverson there. We've got Tim Duncan, Kobe Bryant there, the Hardwood Prospects. We have, that is Tim Duncan again. We have Kobe Bryant as well, Isaiah Thomas. And on the very, very end there, we have Steve Kerr. That did not say that on the front, I don't believe. I mean, I can't read his autograph. But thank you very much for submitting those, Oliver. And then we have Dave. Dave has submitted the Rockers there, WWF. We have Macho Madness. WrestleMania there with Hulk Hogan. I'm guessing that's Hulkamania. We have the Ultimate Warrior. We have Garbage Pail Kids, Cranky Frankie. We have Garbage Pail Kids, Terrified Terrence. This is actually quite a fitting, considering we see so many of the Edward Munch retrospective cards. We have the Otto Boot. It's like a Canadian Transformer there. We have She-Ray, which is like He-Man, I'm guessing. Looking from the image, we have He-Man-y, which is horrific. I do not like that one little bit. And then we have Pokemon Row as well. How disturbing and disgusting. Thank you very much for submitting those, Dave. Next up, we have Kieron, and Kieron has submitted the reverse Charizard from Evolutions, the Charizard reverse from Team Up, Zacian V's full art, Mega Charizard EX full art. We have the Venusaur and Snivy GX promo, as well as the Charizard and Braixen GX promo. We also have Lionel Messi Panini Prism cards here, and Neymar Jr. as well. We have Cristiano Ronaldo from the 2018 World Cup cards. And yeah, that's a different submission. Thank you very much for that, Kieron. Next up, we have Lawrence, and Lawrence has submitted the Dark Raichu Rocket First Edition, Dark Charizard First Edition. Then we've got David Beckham as well from, I have no idea what year this is. It's a long time ago, though. 1997, there we go. We have Cristiano Ronaldo sticker of some kind. We have a Messi card and a Messi autograph card. We also have this Messi card and another Cristiano Ronaldo card as well. Thank you very much for submitting those, Lawrence. Next up, we have Joseph, and Joseph has submitted the Espeon Reshiram, the Stained Glass Birdinos promo. We got two of those. We have the full art version. We have the Copper Raja VMAX, Meowth VMAX, Longcat Meowth, Lapras VMAX, Snorlax VMAX. We have the Pikachu Pokekyun collection. We have the Psyduck Munch retrospective card. We have, gonna presume that's Hoppet there. It's a cool card, though. I do like that. It's very different. We have Marnie full art, Sonia full art, Oleana full art, Cynthia, and Caitlin. We have the Alola Friends. We have the Charizard from the Legendary Collection, the CP6 Charizard, the Stormfront Charizard. We have Elemental Hero Dark Neos, Elemental Hero Tempest, and the Elemental Hero Wild Edge. Totodile First Edition there, Neo Genesis. We have Eevee from the Shiny Vault, the Rainbow Birdies. We have this gym leader in Japanese called Dan, who I now found out because it's got the English Rebel Clash card straight after it. We have the Zacian Amazing Rare and the Zamazenta Amazing Rare. We have Zidane from Final Fantasy's TCG, and we've got two different artworks there. We have Yuna from Final Fantasy X. There, we have Waka from FF10 as well as Tidus. We have Dedenne GX, the big promo there. We have more Pico V. A Morpeko reverse card, Morpeko VMAX Hyper Rare, Marnie Hyper Rare, the Moltres, Zapdos, and Articuno GX Full Art. Moltres, Arctos, and Articuno GX regular. We have the Zapdos from Evolutions, the Pikachu from Base Set, their Mewtwo, and on the very end we have the Gyarados as well. Thank you very much for submitting those, Joseph. Next up we have Ralf, and Ralf has submitted the Bissaflor. We have Dark Dragonite, Tyranitar from Neo Discovery, Misty from Gym Heroes, Heracross First Edition from Neo Genesis, Giovanni's Nidoking. We have the Lugia First Edition Neo Genesis, very hard card. We have the Magneton, base set German, Simsala, Sandan, Kokuna, Shining Celebi, Neo Destiny, Pichu from Neo Genesis, and the Computer Search First Edition base set German card as well. Thank you very much for submitting those, Ralf. And next we have Stu, or Pompey Blue Blastoise. We have the Zamazenta, the Rayquaza, Leafeon GX from Hidden Fate, Shiny Volt, Darkrai GX, and the Shining Gyarados, the Lake of Rage, Red Beast himself. Thank you very much for submitting those, Stu. Next we have Victor, who has sent Sulfura. I Supreme Victors in what I can only presume is Italian. I'm not entirely sure that's going to get graded. We have the Ho-Oh there, the Pokemon Center New York. Lucky Stadium as well. They have Charizard Reverse Promo Full, Suicune Pokemon Forever. We've got the Birthday Pikachu, the Celebi Pokemon Forever. We have Dark Gyarados from Rocket, Cool Porygon, and the Dark Persian as well. Thank you very much for submitting those, Victor. Next, we have Jared, and Jared has sent in this awesome 1 of 225 card there as Shaquille O'Neal. Look at that, that's really, really cool. We've got this card of Kobe as well. Looks like one of the magazine pop-outs. We got quite a few copies of that there. We're hoping for some great grades. We've got this oversized Shaquille O'Neal card, which I don't actually think will get graded as a regular size trading card. So I might have to have a quick word with you about that one. We've got Shaquille O'Neal. We have the Shaquille O'Neal gold card there. That's really, really nice. We have this Shaquille O'Neal patch card with another Shaquille O'Neal. Big basketball fan, obviously, here. Lots of signatures on there. 1 of 9,400. We've got Shaquille O'Neal 92 gold. I don't know these sets very well. But I do like the hat. I do like the hat very, very much. We've got this Beam Team. Beam me up, Scotty. Beam me up, Shaquille, maybe. Look at the size of these basketball players. They're massive. Like, you know how big a basketball hoop is. Then you see these guys next to it, and you're just like, how do they exist? I don't understand. They don't make any logical sense to me as human beings. They're just too big. Is that Ghost Rare of a sports card? I think it is. Oh, wow. Yep, that is. And there's like an actual picture behind it. Very, very different. We got the die cut card there. Lots of gold going on. Topps Finest. Shaquille O'Neal. Shaquille O'Neal. Shaquille O'Neal. That is awesome die cut though. I'm not going to lie. We got that one there. It was versus another human being. And another die cut card. This one says Soul of the Game. In like some groovy Austin Powers type font. We got the Topps Finest there for double feature with Kobe and Shaquille. We've got the All Etch card. I think it's called All Etch. Yeah, All Etch. And we've got another Shaquille O'Neal to end that off. Thank you very much for submitting those, Jared. Next up we have Samuel, and Samuel has submitted the Charizard G Level X, Misty's Tentacruel, Latias EX, Ampharos EX, Ho-Oh EX, Gengar EX, Jumpluff, we have Kingdra, Togetic, Entei, Houndour, we have the Rayquaza and Deoxys Legend top half, Dark Charizard, Aerodactyl, and the Celebi EX as well from Unseen Forces. Thank you very much, Samuel. We have some more sports cards now. We have Carla with Cristiano Ronaldo in many forms by the looks of it. We've got big Cristiano Ronaldos, little Cristiano Ronaldos. We've got a Brazilian Ronaldo instead of the normal Cristiano Ronaldo. I think the name Ronaldo is striking a chord here. We've got both Cristiano and the other Ronaldo whose name I've unfortunately forgotten the first part of. Whoops-a-daisy. We have the Kylian Mbappe and Corentin Jean sticker card. We have the Ronaldinho as well. Maradona. We have Wayne Rooney from back in his Everton days. David Beckham looking very young in comparison. But somehow not as good as what he looks like now. Personally, don't think so. We have Messi. Lots of Messi cards. We must have a big football fan over here. We've got this one of Francisco J. Munoz Lombard and Luis Leonardo Messi. I've never understood the whole Lionel or Luis. Which one is it? We've got more Messi over here. Can you tell I'm not a massive football fan? I have no idea about anything to do with football. These are from like 2005 though. Man, I was 10 years old. Whew. No, I wasn't. I was 11 years old. I forgot how old I was then for a second. We got this kind of weird rainbow prism. Very, very nice. A few of those. We got a clear card as well. Look at that. You can see Lionel Messi behind Lionel Messi there because he's the card behind. And another one. Then we got Cristiano Ronaldo for Man United there. And another Cristiano Ronaldo. Thank you very much for submitting those, Carla. And now I'm going to butcher the pronunciation of a name. So I do apologize. I believe this is Giles. Though I think that might be wrong. Kobe Bryant. We have Scottie Pippen. We have Kobe Bryant there. The rookie card. We've got the standing ovation Michael Jordan. I presume it's standing ovation. Just says ovation. Hardwood Prospects Kobe. We have Charles Barkley there. I believe Charles Barkley is now just a commentator. And is known for saying it as it is. We have Klay Thompson. Kobe Bryant. And Giannis Antetokounmpo is how I'm going to pronounce that one. Thank you very much for submitting those. Next up we have Joe, or Pokemon Sphere, and we have some Shiny Vault. We have Buzzwole, Naganadel, Xurkitree, Nihilego. We have Banette, Lycanroc, Ho-Oh, Electrode. We have Mewtwo GX, Moltres, Zapdos, Articuno GX, Kartana, Buzzwole, Dartrix, Pheromosa, Rowlet, Stakataka. We have Shuppet, Guzzlord, the big angry pumpkin man. We have Froakie, Magnezone, Poliwrath, as well as Raichu, Mewtwo. These are obviously no longer Shiny Vault. However, Buzzwole GX is. We have Golisopod, Noibat. We have Rockruff, Seviper, a couple of those. We have Nidoking, Mewtwo, Zapdos, and we end on Silvally. Thank you very much for submitting those, Joe. Next up we have David, and David has submitted the Charmander from the Shiny Vault, the Lucario GX, Buzzwole, Mewtwo, Umbreon, Lycanroc, Decidueye, a couple of Decidueyes, a Stakataka, and a Nihilego as well. Thank you very much for submitting those, David. Next up we have Tim, who has submitted the Shining Raichu from Neo Destiny, the Shining Noctowl, and the Shining Tyranitar as well. Thank you very much for submitting those, Tim. Next we have Jack, and Jack has got this Prism card from Pikachu the movie of Dark Charizard and Dark Blastoise, or the Shadow clone versions. We have is this Bret Hart? Yeah, Bret the Hitman Hart. We've got another Bret the Hitman Hart card there. Macho Man, I believe, Randy Savage. I forgot. Oh no, I forgot. That's Shawn Michaels. What? That doesn't look like Shawn Michaels. On the very end, we have Razor Ramon as well. I'm not gonna lie. Shawn Michaels, you look different now. You look different now. Thank you very much for submitting those, Jack. Next up, we have Daniel, and Daniel has submitted the Moody Charizard. We have a couple of those. We have Pikachu and Zekrom GX. We have a good few of those, and the Reshiram and Charizard GX as well. Thank you very much for submitting those, Daniel. Next up we have Stefan, and Stefan has submitted Teddy Bridgewater there. That is a Topps Chrome Pink card. It's very, very nice. Is that signed as well? Oh, it is signed. It's very, very cool. We've got the Michael Jordan Metal Shredders card. We have Russell Wilson in the pink and the black variants. We have Aaron Rodgers with this kind of camo, and Aaron Rodgers with the pink, and Aaron Rodgers with this carbon fiber type effect. We've got Charles Barkley, Dennis Rodman, Gary Payton, Hakeem Olajuwon, and Anthony Hardaway as well. Thank you very much for submitting those, Stefan. I couldn't pronounce like 50% of those, but we tried. Next up we have Tarek, and Tarek has submitted the Simsala base at first edition, Zapdos, Raichu, Glurak, Bisaflor, Nidoking, Magnetons, Quapo, Nocturne, Gyarados, Shiggy, Glutexo, some Shillux, a Gloomunder, Magmar, Bisaflor, Nocturne, Gyarados, a Gyarados from base, Dark Charizard, Kabutops, Charizard, Holo Evolutions. We need to get this in a PSA 10. Fingers crossed. And the Mega Charizard EX full art from Evolutions as well. Thank you very much for submitting those. Next up, we have Elias, who submitted the one card, and that's the Dark Magician Girl, the Dragon Knight, I think it's called there in Japanese. So thank you very much for submitting that. And next we move on to Marcus, Mr. Gyarados501 over on Instagram. We have Weedle, a couple of those. Gust of Wind, Weedle being beaten up. We have the double Colourless Energy. We have, I always forget the name of the rocket trainer. It's not Here Comes Team Rocket. Rocket Sneak Attack, maybe? We have Giovanni's Persian, Lieutenant Surge's Raichu, his Electabuzz, Rocket Zapdos, their Hitmonchan, Giovanni's Machamp. We have the Celebi, Rocket's Mewtwo, Sabrina's Alakazam, Giovanni's Gyarados, Mr. Gyarados. We have Misty's Seadra, we have Blaine's Moltres, and Rocket's Moltres after they've stole Blaine's. We have Rocket Scyther, Giovanni's Nidoking, Sabrina's Vileplume, no, Erica's Vileplume, sorry. We have Floette from Radiant Collection there. Yveltal from the Radiant Collection. We have Jirachi, again, Radiant Collection. We have the Mew from Evolution, Surfing Pikachu, Flying Pikachu. Mega Pidgeot, best Pokemon in the game. EX, Slowbro, EX, Mewtwo EX, Dragonite EX, Charizard EX, a couple of those. Blastoise EX, Venusaur EX as well. We have a couple of those. We got 3 of those. Mega Slowbro EX, Mega Venusaur EX. We have Mega Blastoise EX, Mega Charizard EX, Brock's Grit full art there, Mega Charizard EX full art, Mega Pidgeot EX full art. I do think that art is just so amazing. Mega Blastoise EX full art, Mega Venusaur EX, Mewtwo EX, Mega Charizard EX from Generations, of the Mew Holo from Evolutions. Me and Con didn't believe that card existed for a little while. We have the Misty's Determination full art, Mega Charizard EX full art, Mega Pidgeot EX full art, Pidgeot EX full art again. Amazing artwork. Mega Charizard EX, Mega Blastoise EX full art. We have the Holos. Fingers crossed here, because we need this to come back a PSA 10 through Graded Gem. It'll just make me happy. You know, it'll make me smile. Got the Charizard Reverse as well. The Slowbro EX, Pidgeot EX, Blastoise, Raichu. I think Marcus must have opened a lot of Evolutions packs here as well. We got a lot of Magnetons, Chances. We have the Machamp, Hitmonchan. What else do we have? Poliwrath, Clefairy, and we end on a Mew and a reverse Mew. So thank you very much for submitting those, Marcus. Next up we have Simon, or Prof Collectibles, and we've got a lot of German first edition base set cards here. We've seen a lot of these already actually in the submission video, but I think we've got pretty much every single card here in this one instead of just, you know, your select few. We've got Bill with his missing arm art there, the Fighting Energy, Electek, Quapo, Nocchan, Glurak, Chinera. We have Volnona. We've got an Ancient Mew. Again, in Joan. I don't know if that's going to be accepted. We have Glurak, Turtok there. We have Voltorb from the Shiny Volt, Xurkitree, Malamar, Rockruff, Shuppet, Magnemite. We have Raichu, Volnona. We've gone back into the base set first edition German. And then we're going back into this, and we're going into Evolutions. It's all over the place here, Simon. You're keeping me on my toes. We've got the reverse as well there. Then we've got a big old Magikarp and Gyarados action type card. This is a Flixpix. We have a Kadabra and an Alakazam and Nabra. Oh, wow. That comes across really well on camera. That looks really, really cool. We've got the Pikachu and the big Pikachu. Those are really, really cool. We've got the Pikachu there. We have the Machamp. I just tried to do that as if it was a lenticular card. The Dragonite First Edition from Fossil. Porygon 2 First Edition, Neo Revelation. Houndoom First Edition. Ampharos First Edition. We have the Raichu base set. Lugia from Neo Genesis, or Neo 1, should I say. Misty's Tentacruel. Entei Reverse. We have the Dark Magneton Japanese. The Articuno Fossil. We have Dragonite and Delibird First Edition as well. Let's move on to Simon's second stack. Next we have Gore, Electroball, Ratfrats. We have Quapsal, Pikachu, Rorpi. We have Jurob, Nidorino, Bissonosp, Fucano, Dugong, Electek, Dragoneer, Glutexo, Bibble. We have the Typhlosion there. We have Jumpluff as well. We have Smeargle. Was that? Oh, I was going to say, if that was in English, I can't read it then. Poipole. We have Suicune, Misdreavus, Celebi, Shiggy, Dark Arbok Wizards Goldstone. We have Bisasam, First Edition, Nidoran, Male, Tauboga, Windhouse, Belaba, Professor Ike, Defender, Alfwish, Gore, Vulpix, Mew, Hollow. We have the Dragonite WB stamp, the Electabuzz WB stamp, the Pikachu, and the Mewtwo movie promos there. We got an Ancient Mew. We have the Charizard Cardass card there, the Meganium, we have Lapras, the Southern Island stuff. We have Tentacruel, the Dark Weezing from Rocket, Moltres, Zapdos, Narcuna. We have the Shuppet from the Shiny Belt. We have Archlord Zadato and Spirit of the Pharaoh, Cyberdrak Unendlik, I can't say that, Raichu First Edition, Bisaflor, Magneton, Macho May, Pipey, Mewtwo, Nidoking, Double Colorless Energy, Pokedex. We have the Blissey First Edition, Neo Revelation, Dark Weezing, Machamp EX Full Art there from Ancient Origins, Giratina EX Full Art, Mega Tyranitar EX, and the Pheromosa Hyper Rare as well. Let's move on to Simon's third stack. Next, we have the Pichu Reverse Foil. We have the Azumarill. We have the Aerodactyl pre-release First Edition card. Charizard Legendary Collection. Moltres EX. We have a couple of the SM211 Charizards. A Charizard from Hidden Fate. Silvally from the Shiny Vault. Ho-Oh as well. Raichu promo. Charizard promo. Charizard Evolutions pre-release there, as well as the normal Hollow as well. We're praying for the 10. Come on, guys. Ratical. We have Porygon. We have Mashok, Bissanosp, Alpolo, Glutexo, Talboga, Pokemon Handler, Pokemon Zukta, Gore, Pikachu, and Pipey Puppy as well. Thank you very much. Make sure to go check out Prof Collectibles over on Instagram. Next, we have David, and David has submitted the Latios CX. We have Snorlax V, Darkrai GX. We have Magneton from Evolutions, Dragonite EX, Piplup Full Art, Mega Pidgeot EX Full Art. We have Dark Raticate First Edition, Dark Weezing, Imakuni's Doduo, and the Pidgeot EX as well. Thank you very much for submitting those, David. We have Harry up next, and Harry starts off with the Dragapult VMAX Hyper Rare, Dragapult V, Malamar VMAX. We have Inteleon V, Rillaboom V Full Art, Phalanx V, Eldegoss V, Arcanine there from Rebel Clash, Growlithe as well. We have Blue Eyes Alternative White Dragon, and then Neo Blue Eyes Ultimate Dragon as well. Thank you very much for submitting those, Harry. And next we have Robin. Robin has submitted the poncho-wearing Pikachus. We got a couple of those. We have the Crobat V, a Charmander from the Shiny Vault, the Reshiram and Charizard, Charizard and Breaks, an Ancient Mew, a couple. We have the base set Charizard. We have the Charizard VMAX from the starter deck there. Zacian V Full Art. Charizard V. We should have 4 of those because we had 2 of the Charizard VMAXs. We have the Lapras VMAX Hyper Rare and the Marnie Full Art as well. Thank you very much for submitting those, Robin. Next up we have Tom, and Tom has submitted the Dark Raichu, Dark Golbat, Dark Slowbro, Dark Arbok, Venusaur, Clefairy, Chansey, Magneton, Dragonite, Ditto First Edition Fossil. We have Houndour, Mysticidra, Machamp Base at First Edition, as they all like to be, the Charizard Reverse, and the Charizard Hollow from Evolutions. We have the Raichu EX from EX Sandstorm. We have the Raichu Lieutenant Surge's Raichu. We have Kabutops, Feraligatr, Lugia, Espeon, Shining Mew from the Korokoro comics. We have Arceus, Delgar, and Palkia, the Statue Rare. It's not an official term, but I've just made it up. We have Rayquaza Hyper Rare and the Rayquaza GX promo from the Shiny Vault and the Dragonite EX Full Art as well. Thank you very much for submitting those, Tom. Next, we have Sebastian with a base set First Edition Machamp, as they all like to be. However, this is the actual First Edition, the Shadowless. As well, we have the Aerodactyl pre-release. We have Tauros, Legendary Collection Reverse Fall. The normal types are the craziest because they look like they have no border. We have the Magikarp to go along with it. We have the Wobbuffet First Edition. We have Alph Lithograph. We have Poliwrath, Gyarados as well. Dark Blastoise, Shining Raichu. I do like the Shining cards. Don't let Connor know I said that. We have the Charizard, and we have Misty's Tears as well. Thank you very much for submitting those, Sebastian. Next up, we have Christian, and Christian has sent in the Machamp, the Mewtwo, Blastoise Spirit Link. We have some Charmanders from base set, Charmander there from Detective Pikachu. We have the Ancient Mew, Golduck, looking like he's ripping through a snow cone. We have Charmeleon, Mewtwo, Charmeleon, Charmander, Vulpix, Arcanine, Brox, Onyx, Gym Heroes First Edition, Machamp First Edition, as they all like to be. Dark Machamp, we have the Sad Charmander there, Burning Shadows, Charmeleon, and Charmander, and Charmeleon, and Charmander, and Charmeleon again. We have the Machoke Reverse, Charmander there, the Secret Rare from EX Dragon, and the Charmeleon too. The Dene GX, wait, what's going on there? Oh, Once World Championships card. My brain got very confused. Godwar and Sylveon, Ultra Necrozma Hyper Rare, Ultra Negozma GX Full Art, Mega Tyranitar EX, Mega Venusaur EX, Boss's Orders, we love Giovanni Mimikyu, Mega Charizard EX, Charizard from EX Dragon, the Charizard Burning Shadows Full Art. We have Mega Charizard EX, Mega Charizard EX, we have the Charizard there. I love that card. Legendary Treasures, so nice. Charizard G Level X, Charizard from Stormfront, Brain, Dark Charizard Rocket First Edition. We need this back in a 10, guys. We need this back in a 10. Let's do it together, guys. We have this base set Charizard. We have the reverse Charizard, Blaine's Charizard, Gyarados Reverse, Gyarados Holo, Magneton Shiny Volt, Blastoise Reverse, Armored Mewtwo there. We have the Moltres Zapdos Articuno, Marshadow, and Machamp Latios EX. A couple of Mewtwo EXs there. Kind of looks like a tongue. I'm pretty sure it's just his tail or something, but it looks like a tongue. Mewtwo GX, Mewtwo EX, Pokegear 3.0, Reshiram and Charizard, Mount Coronet, Lycanroc Hyper Rare, and the Full Art, God of War, Cynthia, Professor Oak's Setup, Umbreon, Rowlet and Alolan Executor, Darkrai GX from World Championships 2013. We have the Stained Glass Birdies. No, not Stained Glass, the normal Birdies. We have the Charizard there from Secret Wonders, as well as the reverse, the Charizard Holo from Boundaries Crossed, Charizard G Level X, the Cracked Ice Arceus Charizard, Charizard Delt Species there from Crystal Guardians, Charizard from Radiant Collection, Charizard EX, Charizard Holo from Detective Pikachu, Charizard GX SM211, Charizard EX Full Art there, the XY promo, Charizard EX, Charizard Spirit Link, Charizard GX, Burning Shadows, Charizard. So many Charizards. Don't really know what else to say. We got a non-reverse and a reverse. Charizard G, Charizard from Dragon Majesty, Charizard Team Up pre-release, and the Charizard GX from Hidden Fates as well. Thank you very much for submitting those, Cristian. Next up we have Jasdip, who has sent in the Umbreon GX from Hidden Fates Shiny Vault of the Blastoise from base set, the Charizard Venusaur Italian, Shining Steelix, Koga's Beedrill First Edition, Lugia First Edition Neo Genesis, Snorlax GX, Como O GX, Wishiwashi GX, Nihiligo, Ultra Necrozma, Entei, Raichu Full Art, Mewtwo GX Test Tube, Mewtwo EX. We have the Yanmega Break from Steam Siege, Hydreigon Break, Cobalion EX Full Art, God of War EX Full Art, and the Lugia EX as well. Thank you very much for submitting those. Next up we have Benjamin, and Benjamin has submitted the Blackluster Soldier, I think, and a Tyrannosaurus Rex, I think, as well, maybe. Thank you very much for submitting those, Ben. Next up we have Darrell, and Darrell has submitted the Mega Charizard EX as well as the Full Art. We have the Charizard Holo. Fingers crossed we need that 10 to come back. We also have the babies looking very angry in the Hyper Rare format. We have Zamazenta Amazing Rare, Cynthia and Caitlyn. We have Solgaleo and Lunala Hyper Rare, the Raikou Shining Mew, Bead Hyper Rare, and Frosmoth Hyper Rare as well. Thank you very much for submitting those, Darrell. And next up we have Joel, who has submitted the Venusaur from base set 2. We have the Charizard from base set 2 and the Charizard from base set as well. Thank you very much for submitting those, Joel. Next up we have Jawad, who has sent in Sanger of the Thunder and the Vampire Lord as well. Thank you very much for submitting those. And we move on to Jason, who has submitted what I believe is Korean Pikachu base set first edition. We have the Espeon Prime, the Umbreon Prime, Shining Charizard, Charizard base set first edition Korean as well, I believe. We have the Charizard Gold Star Japanese and the Crystal Charizard Japanese as well. Thank you very much for submitting those, Jason. Next up we have Michael, and Michael has submitted the Slowking, Articuno, Moltres. I love that artwork. So good. Kingdra GX Hyper Rare, Professor Kikui, Tauros, Mega Pidgeot EX, Ho GX Hyper Rare, Lycanroc GX, Mawile GX Hyper Rare, Mega Blastoise EX, Alolan Persian GX Full Art, Gardevoir GX, the Raichu GX Full Art, Slowking Neogenesis, Rocket Scyther, Flareon, Steelix EX, or Steelix 6. We've got Nihiligo, we have Lapras GX there, no teeth. Charizard GX, Burning Shadows Hyper Rare, very, very hard card to pull. Misty's Determination, Solgaleo, Persian Hyper Rare, we have the Full Arts Birdies, not the Stained Glass. We've got the Blastoise and Piplup Full Art. Rayquaza GX promo from Hidden Fates. We have the Glaceon. There's the Stained Glass Birdies. Alolan Ninetales GX Shining Rayquaza. The Power Plant. Mega Charizard EX. Charizard GX, the big bad boy himself from Hidden Fates there. We have the Secret Energy Water. We have the Tapu Lele Gold. Olivia. Blastoise. Alakazam. The Machamp. Solgaleo Gold. Lunala Gold. Mimikyu Full Art. And a Ho-Oh GX from the Hidden Fates Shiny Vault as well. Thank you very much for submitting those, Michael. Next, we have Matthew, and Matthew has submitted Erica's Bulbasaur, Hitmontop, Brock's Rhydon. We have the Dark Dug Trio, Shibuya's Pikachu times 1 trillion. We've got quite a few of those. Comedian Pikachu. We have Pikachu Mystery Dungeon Rescue Team GX. We've got Eevee, a few different Eevee promos. Blastoise with a rainbow. How cute. How suave. Latios. We have Grimer looking up from a manhole. Don't know where I was going with that. Pikachu, Munch Retrospective, Charizard and Braixen, Mega Charizard EX, Charizard and Braixen, the Pikachu Munch Retrospective, the Pikachu Gold Medal, Silver Medal. We have the Charizard and Braixen. We have the Bronze Medal there as well. The Dene GX, Crobat V, Aerodactyl. We have the Vulpix and the Alolan Vulpix. We have the Gym Leader, Grand Party, and the Mimikyu Retrospective card as well. Next up, we have Alex, and Alex has submitted Sabrina's Gengar, Celebi, Dragonite, a couple of those, Erica's Dragonair, Steelix, Steelix First Edition, Nidoking, Meganium, Brock's Rhydon, Pichu, Reshiram and Charizard, Charizard and Braixen, Reshiram and Charizard, Raichu and Alolan Raichu, Pikachu and Zekrom, of the Charizard base set First Edition there, Charizard from base set 2. And another one, Blaine's Charizard, Gym Challenge, a couple of those. Dark Charizard, Charizard there from Legendary Treasures. Look at that. Oh, it's so good. We got the Charizard Hollow from Evolutions. We're doing it. Shadowless Blastoise, Blastoise from base set 2. Dark Blastoise from Rocket Suicune. We have Kabutops, Dugong Legendary Collection Reverse Full, the Gengar as well, and Sabrina's Gengar to end it off. Thank you very much for submitting those, Alex. Next up, we have Oliver, and Oliver submitted a Charizard. And another one. And another one. A Charizard from Expedition. And another one. Jolteon. No Symbol Jungle. Vaporeon. Gyarados. Alakazam. Magneton. Pikachu Metrospective. Muncher Retrospective. Turned into one, like, little short phrase. Psyduck. Mimikyu. Rowlet. And Eevee. Best of luck, Oliver. Next up, we have Luke. And Luke starts off with the Lunala, Rayquaza, Zygarde, the Transformer crazy robot Pokemon. We have Gallitspod and Banette, Greninja, Reshiram, Charizard and Braixen, Shining Lugia, Mega Sableye, Tyranitar, Charizard GX from Hidden Fates, the SM211, Charizard and Braixen GX, Reshiram and Charizard GX, and another one. Thank you very much for submitting those, Luke. Next up, we have Caleb, and Caleb has submitted the Kabutops, the Clefable, Mega Blastoise EX, Mega Charizard EX, Charizard EX. We have the Reverse Full, we have the base set Japanese, we have Brock's Grit, Misty's Determination, the Charizard Reverse, another Charizard base set, Venusaur, Blastoise, Charizard from Evolutions Hollow. We're going to get that 10. Come on, guys, keep your fingers crossed and put it in the chat down below. Mega Venusaur EX. We have the Mega Blastoise EX, Mega Charizard EX, Charizard from base set 2, and the Dragonite from Fossil as well. Thank you very much for submitting those. Next up, we have Natasha, and Natasha has submitted the Crobat there from Skyridge, Electrode with a flat bottom. Don't know how I feel about that. Golem. We have Weezing, Ampharos. Very happy Ampharos. Very happy. Magby, Arcanine, Jolteon, Starmie. I love the Starmie artwork. It looks so good. Mightyena, Tyranitar, Nidoqueen, Raikou Reverse, the Dugong, and the Zapdos. Again, fantastic artwork. Thank you very much for submitting those, Natasha. Next we have Jesse, and we've got a Squirtle. What colour back is it? Green? Blue? It is blue. Blue back there. We have the Charizard from base, another Charizard from base, Dark Charizard non-holo. We have the Charizard Reverse from Expedition, and the holo as well. A couple of those actually. Charmander Delta Species, Charmeleon Delta Species, and the Charizard Reverse Delta Species, as well as the holo as well. Thank you very much for submitting those, Jesse. Next up we have Angelo, and Angelo has a lot of cards here. We've got Acid Trap Hole, Salamandra, Metal Zoa, Goblin Fan, Kaiser Seahorse, Harpies Feather Duster, the Red Eyes Black Dragon, Dark Magician, Lele, the Winged Karibo, Harpy Sisters, Dark Ruler Hades, Chaos Emperor Dragon Envoy of the End, Exodia, the Forbidden One, the right arm of the Exodia, left arm, we have the right leg and the left leg as well. We have some kind of crazy Necromancer, we have a red blur and a blue blur, we have this yellow dragon, this other yellow dragon, Relinquished, I think that's called Relinquished. We've got a big mouth eye monster. We have Obelisk the Tormentor, Winged Dragon of Ra, and Slife of the Sky Dragon. We've got Elemental Hero Blade Edge, Elemental Hero something. That's not Elemental Hero, I'm totally lying to you. It's an Ancient Gear Golem or something. We've got a Crazy Winged Karibo level 10. He's an Angry Dragon. We have Goku the Mighty from Dragon Ball Z. Namekian's Strike, you're invited. Okay, Cell's Presence. We have Margin Boo. Earth's Spirit Bomb. We have Victorious. We have Chiaotzu's Physical Defense. Judging the Landscape. Piccolo Sensei. Gotenks. Gotenks Super Saiyan. We have Margin Debura. Margin Badipi. Margin Boo. Goku the Legendary. Gohan Mystic Empowered, Majin Vegeta the Malicious, Goten, Vegeta, Saiyan Prince, Trunks the Hero, Z Warriors Gather, Vegito Super Saiyan. We have Goku the Unbeatable, unless he's beaten. We have Goku the Galaxy's Hero, Goku the All-Powerful, Super Saiyan Goku, King Cold the All-Powerful Broly. We have Piccolo. Goku, the Galaxy's Hero again, Super Saiyan Goku, Goku Super Saiyan 3, Vegeta, the Revitalized, Piccolo, the Defender, Margin Vegeta. We got this. Congratulations, you found a golden ticket. Walds 2004. We have the Blue Eyes Toon Dragon. We have Jinzo, Elemental Hero Blade Edge, Exodia, the Forbidden One, the right arm, the left arm, the right leg, the left leg. Then we've got an Upside Down Nebula, a Smogon. I have no idea why these are upside down. But these are base set, first edition in German. We'll get this sorted out for when we actually input the cards. I have no idea why they're upside down, but they are. So there's not really a lot I can do there. Not on video, at least. We have Gyarados, we have Nocturne, Macho May, Porygon, Raticole, Durob, Shillock, Abra, Bisasam, Rorpi, Glumanda, Digda, Dodu, and Trollmatto. Are you impressed with the fact I could read that upside down? I am. Thank you very much for submitting those, Angelo. Next we have James, who has submitted the more Pico V, Lapras VMAX, Professor's Research. We have Marnie, we have Cristiano Ronaldo, we have other Ronaldo, David Beckham, we have Ronaldo, and we have a few of those to end off with. Thank you very much for submitting those, James. Next, we have Brendan, who has submitted Jerry Rice there, 49ers as well. Thank you very much for submitting that, Brendan. Next up, we have Zayn, who has submitted this Giorgino. I can't say his last name. We have a Guy the Dragon Champion, I believe, in Korean. We have Blue Eyes White Dragon, the right leg of the Forbidden One, and another Blue Eyes White Dragon, this time from the starter deck, Kaiba Evolved, I think it is, as well. Thank you very much for submitting those, Zayn. Next up, we have Alex, and Alex has submitted the Rocket Snorlax. We have Erica's Dragonair, Lycanroc GX, Lunala. We have Pikachu Full Art there, Radiant Collection, Eevee. We have another Pikachu, the Pikachu Sailor, the Electro GX from the Hidden Fate Shiny Vault Rayquaza, the Promo Stack Attacker, Jesse and James Full Art. We have Solgaleo, Turtonator, GX, Naganadel. We have Eevee, the Fisherman, Lycanroc GX. We have the Blastoise from the base set, Venusaur, and Charizard from the base set. We have Meowth Game Boy promo. We have Onyx Neo Genesis first edition, the Pikachu from Radiant Collection, not Pocket Collection. There we go. We have the Pikachu holographic there, SM81, sorry, Dark Charizard. Another Pikachu promo, this time McDonald's promo, Pikachu Full Art, Sabrina's Alakazam. We have the Mew Kabutops and Sabrina's Alakazam to Enon. Thank you very much for submitting those, Alex. Next up, we have Richard, who has got the Andre Iniesta Prism, the Cristiano Ronaldo, the Lionel Messi, and the Neymar Jr. as well. Thank you very much for submitting those. Next up, we have Scott, and Scott has got Lionel Messi, the Panini Prism card. We also have 2 of the Lionel Messi cards here from Germany 2006 by Panini as well. Thank you very much for submitting those 2. Next up, we have Timothy, and Timothy has got this card here of Vince Carter, and we follow that up with Mario Lemieux, I believe is the name of that hockey player. That looks kind of like Robert Pattinson in that photo there. Thank you very much for submitting those. Next up, we have Robbie, who has submitted what looks like a black card until you go that way, and it turns into the Batman. Oh, that is so cool. It's like an ultimate ghost rare. We also have this one of Robin. We have Sugar. We have Zapdos, Fossil First Edition, Zapdos Legendary Collection Reverse. We have the Metal Energy Special Energy card Reverse. We have Bulbasaur, Charmander, Squirtle, Pikachu, Hitmonchan. We have Jinx, Growlithe, and Arcanine. We have Michael Jordan, and we have a Michael Jordan card again. Thank you very much for submitting those, Robbie. And I actually missed a card from Robbie there. This is Michael Jordan. Not playing the right game by the looks of it. I'm pretty sure he's a basketballer. Seems to have a golf club in his hand. So, what's up with that, Michael Jordan? Next up, we have David. David has submitted Kawhi Leonard ×2. We have Neymar Jr. Times that many. We have the Netfinders Prism card there, Cristiano Ronaldo, the World Cup Stars Silver Prism, and the Cristiano Ronaldo Scoring Leaders Silver Prism as well. Thank you very much for submitting those, David. Next up, we have Jake, who has submitted 2 Charizard V cards and actually has given Connor a little gift as well, which is this, which I'm definitely going to show him as soon as I've ended this video. Thank you very much for submitting those, and thank you very much for the very thoughtful gift. Next up, we have Mateusz, and Mateusz has submitted the Charizard Legendary Treasures and the Cosmo Fall version of the Reshiram and Charizard World Championships. We have the Charizard Reverse Power Keepers, Charizard Base Set 2, Charizard Expedition, Charizard Other Expedition, Charizard Greenback, the Charizard Line Hollow from Boundaries Cross, the Moody Charizard. We have Charizard Spirit Link Reverse, Charizard EX, Charizard EX, Rowlet Munch a Retrospective. We have the Typhlosion, as well as Shibuya's Pichu as well. Thank you very much for submitting those, Mateusz. And next we have Simon. Simon has submitted David Beckham. The card, not the person, of Lionel Messi, Cup Captains Ronaldo, World Cup Stars Ronaldo, Bradley Beal, Panini Brilliance Damian Lillard, and LeBron James as well. Thank you very much for submitting those, Simon. Next, we have Johnny, who has submitted the Stephen Curry card, as well as this Michael Jordan card there as well from 2009 Goodwin Champions. Thank you very much for submitting those, Johnny. Next, we have Tony, who has submitted this Gypsy Queen Trout M. What's his name? Mike Trout. And we also have Allen Iverson as well. Thank you very much for submitting those, Tony. Next, we have James, and James has submitted Michael Jordan. We have Rob Gronowski Orange. 2 of those. We have a rookie pairs there for is that Tom Brady? Tom Brady and somebody else. We've got a Tom Brady or 2 there. We have Emmitt Smith, Barry Sanders, Michael Irvin, Rob Gronkowski, and Ben Roethlisberger. Probably said that one wrong, but thank you very much for submitting those, James. Next up, we have David. So David has sent in Walter Payton. We have Steve Young, Richard Dent, John Elway. We have Phil Jackson, Allen Iverson, Shaquille O'Neal, Dirk Nowitzki,
Dirk Nowitzki, sorry. We've got some more Dirk. Some more of Dirk. There we go. Kobe. We've got a signed LeBron James and a Kobe there. We've got Kevin Garnett. Yeah, not Garrett. Kevin Garnett. A couple of those. We have Mark McGuire. Who's that? Ken Griffey Jr. and Dwayne Wade as well. Thank you very much for submitting those, David. Next up, we have Grant, and Grant has submitted Cristiano Ronaldo. We've got another Cristiano Ronaldo there, the Panini Prism. We've got the Future Stars Figo. We've got Lionel Messi, and we've got Marcus Rashford as well. Thank you very much for submitting those, Grant. Next up, we have Lee, and we start with Ronaldinho. We got a couple of those. I have no idea. This is Jimmy Greaves. We also have R. Charlton. That'll be Bobby Charlton? Robert Charlton? No way. Wow. Well, that's old. Definitely. We have Eric Cantona. David Beckham, Cristiano Ronaldo, and Zlatan Ibrahimovic. That is... Wow. That's a card, isn't it? We have Duncan Edwards as well. We have George Weah. David Beckham. Marcus Rashford. Quite a few of those. People seem to send a lot of Marcus Rashford cards in the last couple of submissions. More Marcus Rashford there, the multicolour prism, I believe that's called. We have Marcus Rashford. I'm going to presume Marcus Rashford is a really good footballer. We have Steven Gerrard, and we've got a foil version as well. Stephen Curry. We have Ronaldo for Manchester United in a few different forms. Got the red and blue wave prism there. The red and yellow pulsar, I think it's called, or red and yellow hyper, something like that. Stephen Curry, Zlatan Ibrahimovic. We've got this awesome Ronaldo card, as well as Drogba, Messi. Lionel Messi, we've got the red and blue there, the Lionel Messi, a couple of those, Cristiano Ronaldo, we've got the multicolour there for Ronaldo and Messi, that's a card, isn't it? And the red and blue wave as well. Thank you very much for submitting those, Lee. Next up we have Dan, who has submitted Ben Simmons. We have Michael Jordan as well. We got 4 of those Michael Jordans, I don't know what they're from. But okay, thank you very much, Dan. Next up, we have Matthew, and Matthew has submitted David Beckham, a couple of those. We have that Michael Owen. There's Michael Owen. We got Kobe Bryant, a couple of those. We have a Kobe Bryant there with the kind of crazy cracked eyes. We got more Kobe, more Kobe, more Kobe, Tim Duncan, more Tim Duncan, LeBron James, and Kevin Garnett as well. Thank you very much for submitting those, Matthew. Next up, we have Jason, who has submitted the Mike Tyson, 25 years of a question of sport. We have Mike Tyson there from Supersport. We have another Mike Tyson card from Question of Sport, and Mike Tyson's haircut from a Question of Sport as well. Thank you very much for submitting those, Jason. Next up, we have Toby, who has submitted Corentin Jean and Kylian Mbappe. We've got Lionel Messi, a couple of those. We've got a smaller Lionel Messi, Kobe Bryant, a couple of those, and a Mike Tyson Question of Sport card as well. Thank you very much for submitting those, Toby. Next, we move on to Ollie, who starts off with the Reshiram and... No, not Reshiram, Charizard and Raikson GX SM210. Venusaur and Snivy GX full art. We have the Venusaur EX, Mega Venusaur EX, Beware GX, Mega Charizard EX Generations, and Mega Charizard EX from Evolutions as well. Thank you very much for submitting those, Ollie. Next, we have Thomas, who has submitted the Charizard base set. Wigglytuff, Kangaskhan, we have the spiky-eared Pichu, Gengar Level X, Shining Mew, Alakazam Masaki promo, Blastoise, Pidgeot, Nidoqueen, Scyther, Venomoth, Jolteon, Mr. Mime, Cynthia, Hidden Fate, Shiny Vault, the Pichu, the big bad boy himself, Charizard GX from Hidden Fate, Shiny Vault. We have the Mega Rayquaza EX, Blastoise, and Venusaur, and a Charizard G Level X from Super Invictus as well. Thank you very much for submitting those, Thomas. And next we have Jack with the Clefable First Edition, Raichu, Zapdos, Dark Charizard, Non-Holo, Erika's Clefable, Brock's Ninetales, Erika's Venusaur, Giovanni's Persian, Koga's Ditto, Misty's Gyarados, Sabrina's Alakazam there, a couple of those, Azumarill, Blossom, Pichu, Steelix, the Metal NG, the Poliwrath, the Hitmonchan Best of Game promo reverse, and the Charizard reverse promo as well. Thank you very much for submitting those, Jack. Next, we have Hugo, and we have the Mewtwo there in what I can only presume is Korean. We have Raichu, a couple of those. We have the Venusaur. We have the Zapdos, Charizard. We have Chansey, Machamp, Magneton, Mewtwo, Nidoking, Ninetales. This hurts my head so much. There's so many languages going on here. Poliwrath, Dog, Blastoise, Dark, Charizard, Dark, Hypno, Dark, Machamp, Dark, Raichu, Blastoise, EX. A few of those to finish off with. Thank you very much for breaking my brain there, Hugo. Thank you for that, and best luck with your grades. Next up, we have Lydia. And Lydia starts off with the Leafeon level X. We have the Sneasel EX, Lapras EX, Electabuzz EX, Scyther EX, Execute Reverse Fall from Legendary Collection. We have the Ho-Oh GX, Reshiram. We have Houndour. We have the Pikachu Outbreak promos. We have the Pikachu from Sword and Shield. The Pikachu wearing Mega Charizard. We have the Energy Awesome Holo. Charmander Base Shadowless there. And look, length. That's not how it's meant to work, is it? You're meant to have length and weight, but no, it's another length. We've got the Squirtle Shadowless, the Dark Dragonair First Edition, Dratini, Dark Jolteon, Dark Flareon. We have Poipole, Sudowoodo, Celebi, Shining Celebi. We have Pikachu, Alolan Friends, Magikarp, because we're a fresh carp around here. Charmander, we have Luxio pre-release, Manectric pre-release, Dragonair pre-release, and Tentacruel pre-release, and Ivysaur pre-release as well. We have Alolan, Vulpix, and Vulpix, Dark Charizard, Mew EX Full Art, Mewtwo EX Full Art, Cynthia Full Art, Shining Lugia, Shining Rayquaza, Shining Arceus, Shining Genesect, Shining Ho-Oh, Shining Mew, Shining Jirachi, Shining Volcanion, Shining Celebi, and a Shining Mew from Koro Comics as well. Thank you very much for submitting those, Lydia. Next up, we have Dominik, and Dominik has submitted the Gyarados, Raichu, Chinera, Simsala, Bibble, Dragonair, Digdry, Electek, Electroball, Turboga, best Pokemon in the game, Glutexo, Glumanda, Shiggy, Shillock, Bisasam, Bissanosp, Arcanine, Dugong, Dratini, and the Pikachu. Thank you very much for submitting those, Dominik. Next up, we have Mike, and Mike has submitted the Pikachu Reverse from Holland Phantoms, as well as the regular card. We have the Pikachu Birthday from Italy, I think. We have the Dragonair. We have the, so this is the foil, rainbow foil version of the Ivysaur. We have the Charmander, blown out his own tail there, or setting fire to his own tail. The Bulbasaur, Rocket Scyther, Bulbasaur from Pop Series 2, a couple of those. We have the Bulbasaur, Squirtle, Dratini, Nidorino, Charmeleon, Pokegenda, Creador de Pokemons, Coughing, Dugtrio, Energia, and an Energia card. Thank you very much for submitting those, Mike. And next up, we have Luke. Luke has submitted the one card, that being the Raichu from base set. So best of luck, Luke. And last but by no means least, we have Lorraine, who has submitted the Misty's Favor, the Charizard GX. We have Arceus, Celebi, Jirachi, Lugia, Mew. We have a couple of the Mews. We have another Mew as well, Mewtwo. We have the Eevee Hyper Rare, the Eevee GX Full Art. We have the Greninja and Zoroark, Charizard and Reshiram, Mewtwo and Mew, the big bad boy himself from Ultra Shine, GX Charizard, GX, so the Mimikyu, Cynthia, and a Cynthia from Hidden Fate Shiny Vault as well. We have the Charizard VMAX. We got a few of those there. Wow, quite a few. We have Greninja GX, Noivern GX, Decidueye, Lucario, Altaria, Zoroark, Articuno, Banette, a couple of Banettes, Glaceon, Espeon, Lycanroc, Metagross, Electrode, the Stained Glass Birdies, a Shuckle GX Hyper Rare there from Rebel Clash. No, Lost Thunder. Professor's Research, Hyper Rare. Umbrella Darkrai promo. This is Misty and Lorelei, I think it's called. Eevee, Blastoise shooting pew pew laser beams. We've got Mew, Celebi, Jirachi, Volcanion, Keldeo, Celebi, Magearna. We've got Arceus, Darkrai, Mew, Manaphy, Victini, Genesect, Shaman, Meloetta, the Charizard Evolutions card, the Charizard from the Japanese base, Blastoise, Venusaur Shining Mew from Korokoro Comics, Cosmog, and Mimikyu Cracked Ice Reverses as well. Thank you very much for Lorraine for submitting all those, and best that we are grades. And as always, guys, I've just realised I've done this entire video without glasses. No wonder my eyes are like hurting. Thank you very much for watching, guys. If you've got this far in the video, then subscribe, or else you're a total numpty, because you've just watched however much of this submission video, and you should definitely be subscribed for more of that. And as always, guys, we'll see you next time. Bye bye.